Stay sports smart. This is Baloun, Ben. Sports! Happy Wednesday, everyone. Let's get going with some sports. What do we got today, Ben?
Let's start with a little bit of NHL. What's going on in the NHL world, Matt?
NHL, we got around 10 games until the playoffs. The current matchups for the playoffs right now: Pittsburgh Islanders, Chicago Detroit, Montreal Rangers, Anaheim St. Louis, Washington Ottawa, Vancouver Minnesota, Los Angeles San Jose, and Boston Toronto.
Those are some good matchups.
Yeah, it's going to be exciting. It's a short season.
I like the Vancouver Minnesota one. That's going to be very interesting.
Mm-hmm. Then you got the big rivalry in Chicago and Detroit.
Yep, that'll be good.
Started off.
Yeah.
I'm just going to mention some teams that might still have a chance. They're a few points away, but if they really pick it up and some lower teams struggle, they might be able to squeak their way in the playoffs. New Jersey, Winnipeg, Phoenix, and Buffalo. I like Buffalo a lot. I would like to see them in the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, New Jersey was a playoff team just a few weeks back, but they've really dropped it off lately. So if they can swing back into the regular swing of things like they were earlier in the season, they could possibly make a playoff run.
All right, well, that's enough NHL playoff talk. There was a very large playoff tournament that just finished.
NCAA March Madness is all done now. Louisville, congratulations. I wasn't too surprised by that. I mean, they were the top overall seed. The final game was a great game. We got to see some great play from Louisville and some good play from Michigan as well. Luke Hancock comes out of nowhere and gets most outstanding player. He did amazing in the Final Four. He was barely getting minutes in the first few rounds of games and picked it up a lot after the Kevin Ware injury. And also, Peyton Siva had a great game. He had 18 points and 5 assists, and that was a clip that only a couple other players have done in the finals, and almost every single one of them has led to be an NBA star. So hopefully that's a good sign for him. Also, a little bit of news: Russ Smith, reportedly, according to his dad, will be heading to the NBA next year. So Louisville's going to be out a couple of good players for next year, so we'll have to wait and see who is going to be the new top team in 2014.
Yeah. Exciting stuff.
Yeah. And I was closer with the right guess than Matt.
Wow.
All right, Matt, let's stay with basketball, but let's go a little bit older. Let's go to the NBA. What we got going on?
Let's talk about this. We got around 6 games of playoffs.
Yeah.
All right, everybody, teams are pretty much in playoffs. Who do you think is going to shine in the playoffs?
Well, for the Eastern Conference, the Heat, I can't really decide if I think they're going to just take it or if they're getting a little cocky and they might just get knocked off. I mean, I think it's going to either come down to the Heat or the Knicks. Those two are probably the two top contenders. I think the Knicks are actually making a pretty strong case to maybe even take the Heat down, and that's actually could be the top contender overall. Another team I do like are the Pacers. They have a very overall strong team. They got a lot of big guys on the team who can shoot. So any one of those three, I think it's most likely going to be the Knicks or the Heat, though. What about the Western Conference, Matt? Who do you like?
I like the Thunder.
You like the Thunder? I think Thunder are a good choice because
I like the Thunder.
The Thunder have done pretty well lately. Clippers, also a pretty good team.
I'm really liking the Clippers right now. Clippers, I would love to see the Pacers go far, even though that's in the Eastern Conference. Just another team.
And those are your teams that you really are feeling?
I don't know if I'm feeling Pacers.
But you'd like to see.
But I would love to see them make a run deep in the playoffs.
It's quick pick flicks time.
Ben, you start.
Here's a great video of Derrick Rose throwing down a dunk off of his bad foot where he tore his ACL. It's good news to see that he can throw down like that.
Cyclist Johan Alfredo fails to see road sign in Paris.
How funny. Jared Weaver breaks his non-throwing elbow. He'll be out for 4 to 6 weeks and is placed on the DL.
Tiger Woods is giving lessons to a 14-year-old Chinese golfer who is debuting his professional golfer's career at the Masters this Thursday, and he will be the youngest player in Masters history.
Victor Oladipo declares for the NBA draft is the number 6 overall prospect, according to ESPN. All right, that's all we got for today. Hope you have a great Wednesday. Anything we talked about is in the description down below. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And we'll see you guys on Cardigan Friday.
Bring your cardigans. Ben, you know how there's a ticket tree?
Yeah.
Is there a sports tree?
I haven't seen one. Have you? They just have like
All the equipment.
just any equipment. You're just like, hey, sports tree, can I have a hockey stick? You know, people say they care about stuff, Matt, but I care about sports more than anything. You know, I care about sports more than school. I care about sports more than the sky.